Hey there, and good morning, Proniacs. Check out the bridge in the background. I know the sun's a little high because it is around, probably 6:45 or so, so I'm getting done a little late. Usually I get done around 6 o'clock when I'm running on Tuesdays and then do a little swim afterwards. But I found that during my latest swimming test, which was the race this last Saturday, that my swim is really good. Coming fourth out of the water in the entire field was amazing for me, and it felt great, and the swim pace felt really good. So I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to do 2 more swims this week, one long one on Friday, which was the main training that I think continually made my swimming better was those Friday long swims where they're like 3,000, 4,000, they're supposed to be 5,000 meters in length, and at a good pace too. So there's some really quick swims, there's some length endurance training swims, and so that's what I have to attribute to the really good swimming, and why I'm not swimming after the run today, because I found that the bike, which was a mountain bike, and I haven't ridden mountain bikes very often, not that it's an excuse, because I still took 15th out of the field in the bike race, but the one that I was most frustrated with, I guess you could say, is the run race, which I took 11th overall in that race, and I should have done about 8th, but my pacing was a little low, and so that's why I'm out here today, putting in a little extra effort out here on the pavement with the running. So a little bit of speed work and getting used to running further, a little bit longer, some heart rate training, and while I'm doing this long pavement running, it allows you to think and dive deep into yourself. And I was reading this book, or listening to, as you know, by Common, called Let Love Have the Last Word. And he talks a lot about love, self-love, love in relationships, spiritual love, what God's love. And it got to thinking about why we think that we are extreme individualists. And what I mean by that is that everything's I'm doing this, or I'm responsible for that, or I screwed up, or I did all these great things, when actually, if you think about it, you're never alone in any of the endeavors or any of the situations that you ever go through. So it's always a we. So what I was thinking is the power of we, when the things that happen to you, or the decisions that you make with the thoughts and with the knowledge that you have, it's a we situation. So there was people behind the scenes that made you the person that you are becoming. But your decisions and the path that you choose can be a decision made by you and your spiritual you. So there's different aspects of you that you can pull from, that are with God, that are with your family, that are with your spouse, or with your friends, or with your coaches. You make the decisions ultimately, but it's a we thing. It's a we're going through this together. We accomplished this, or we failed together. So I want you to think about this and really kind of internalize this power of we, because it's not, a lot of the times we get sucked into depression, and we get sucked into thinking that, man, we were failures, or that I did this and I caused all these things to happen negatively, or I did all these things really great, so hey, praise me. But it's not, it's a we thing. And if we keep on that path of we, then it can be not only more humbling, but also a lot more exciting when you do things that are great, because we were able to accomplish that together, and we can celebrate it. But when you do bad, or when the things that happen, that maybe you fall into a sin, or your faith is lacking, you can say that God is in you if you believe that. And so it's a we thing. We did it together. Like, we went through this process, and it's just a lot of we's you can put in the place of I. And I think it's going to be very powerful moving forward to consider this as you're making greater strides to be your better self. So it's not what I say or do, but what we say or do that you're going to remember, but how we make you feel. And who's we? Everybody that's ever been a part of my life that made me become who the person that I choose to be becoming. We choose. That's hard. It's hard to choose to replace I with we. And remember, as Mel Robbins says, if nobody tells you today, I love you, and I trust and believe that you're going to do something great with your better self. Thank you for joining me today.